Good morning, everybody. Afternoon or evening. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm Dorothy Morgan, professional astrologer. We're going to talk about the astrology for April 13th. We're also going to roll some dice from the astrology dice. It's like ask a question before I do that and get some insight. And then a deck of cards that help us to ground everything at the end of this session. So today I want to talk about April 13th. Now, the moon's still in Virgo. So remember, if you listened to this yesterday, paying attention to the details is the most important, one of the very important things to be doing right now, especially since, of course, we have that Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. Still, things are very, should be very fluid, but slowly but surely, we're going to be understanding what's been going on over the last few months as Jupiter's been applying to Neptune, and now it's a separating aspect. It'll take 3-4 more weeks before we really get clear of the fog of what's been going on for us over the last few months. And having the moon in an earth sign, especially the sign that is opposite Neptune and Jupiter, so opposite Pisces, that moon in Virgo on Thursday, it's not Thursday, on Wednesday, April 13th, it's great for us to feel really, to be really focused and grounded, but also quite receptive, right? Because we have a lot of earth energy and a lot of water energy in this chart for the day. So a lot of Taurus, Virgo, those are earth, the Capricorn is earth, and then all this Pisces and the Scorpio. So earth and water zodiac signs are the receptive ones, right? So yin and receiving and receptive and more flowy. And we have very little in the what we call the masculine energy, which is the yang. So that's fire and air. So there's only 3 things in fire and air right now. So, feeling, but it is Aries. So we're not feeling overly aggressive or overly assertive. But there's enough where we can do that. And again, focusing on the details will feel like we're actually doing stuff. And so that's the astrology for today, a little bit quick and short because we don't always have a ton going on for the day. So now I'm going to roll the dice, and this is the place where you'll ask yourself a question, all right? Or just have something in mind. And I like doing this because it's not always easy for a person to read themselves. Oh yeah, this helps. I can hear myself better. And so when I read for you guys, it's usually a message for me. So you're very helpful for just being there, and I appreciate you. And if you want more astrology, there's more. I mean, I really go in depth. This is my profession for over 20 years. I go in depth on Patreon. So please come and support me there. Rolling the dice while I'm not thinking too hard about anything. We had Sagittarius yesterday. We had Jupiter in Sag yesterday in the 4th house. Today we have the Sun in Sag in the 5th. So what this is telling me, even thinking about the astrology that I just spoke of, when I see this roll, the Sun in Sagittarius in the 5th house, it's like go and play. Jupiter in Sag was in the 4th yesterday. So that was about, exploring family or psychological foundational things that you wanted to explore and move. So now take those things. This is a great process through art, and painting and art and drawing and just being creative. Take that. So the Sun in Sagittarius in the 5th house is taking those creative things, the things that you want to break free from, that you want to grow from, that you want to get away from, right? And heal. I'm not saying ignore, but the things that you want to heal. And all of the earth energy that's present, as well as the water energy that's present. It gives us we can do through feelings. So really embrace that. If you have the opportunity or the time today, go ahead and remember how to be creative, how to play. The best thing for children to do is play. Animals, same thing. When those babies are out there just exploring life and testing things out, that's how you learn. So that's what the Sun in Sagittarius in the 5th house, that's how I'm going to interpret it for today. All right. I'm going to give a quick shuffle here. And while I'm shuffling, I will remind you to please subscribe and comment below and thumbs up. That gives YouTube the notifications that, they'll keep showing this on people's lines, whatever they call them. don't know what they call it. But yeah, hey, just share the link and send people here from your newsletters if you have newsletters or groups. What do we want? What do the nature spirit want to tell us today? So let's pull this card. Ooh, we've got two cards that have snow in it. The bottom card is the warrior, right? Warrior of the heart. That's the fifth house, like I just did the roll. The sun is the natural ruler of the fifth house, by the way. So that's wonderful. What that means is we're really looking at the heart. So the warrior of the heart is just that. It's like really finding that time to really engage in what we're passionate about. So thinking of this warrior of the heart, it is that, just to, really engage in who we are, what we believe in, what we're passionate about. And of course, there's, grab the card. It's bear for sure. And that bear, polar bear, but it just represents the power and the strength and courage. All right. The sun in the sky right now is in the sign of Aries. Like I said, that's only one planet in fire sign now, again, now that Mercury's moved out. So, but it's the sun, so that's really helpful. So there's a lot of strength and courage. So where we find that little piece of courage. So that's what this card is telling us. It's telling us to, really figure out for you what it is that you are passionate about and want to engage in. Now that was the card on the bottom. The card I drew was the trickster, and that's coyote. You know what that means. So there's a few things with coyote and the trickster. That reminds me of Mercury. He's prepping for retrograde. Not quite yet, almost. I'm thinking when I was talking about the moon in Virgo for today, being earthy and very grounded, as opposed to the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces, Venus in Pisces too, and that's not seeing clear. So when I see this trickster card, I don't always or necessarily feel like somebody's trying to trick me or somebody's doing something not, kind of behind your back, but not directly in front of you. And so we need to be aware of that. I just feel like this doesn't have to be for everybody, of course. Remember, somebody is feeling unsure about something. So yeah, I guess I want one more card because the trickster card is not always an easy one to end on because it feels uncertain. But it's also sort of like tracking. I keep thinking of the tracking card too, and that is about paying attention to what's going on. And so the other card I picked was Dream Traveler. So we've picked that a few times. So that is representative of the Jupiter, Neptune, and Venus and Pisces right now. So really what this tells me, I'm letting it filter in. That's why it's taking me a second. With that trickster card, I think we really need to pay attention to all of the hints and clues as well. So if you feel that somebody's, trying to get away with something or do something that isn't quite so up above or, above board, pay attention to that and really stay within your own integrity is what it really comes down to. Yeah, and that's also, excuse me, that's also a piece of what the warrior of the heart is about being really true to your own authenticity and your own integrity. All right, I'm going to leave us with that for now. Thank you, guys. I will see you again tomorrow. And please don't forget to comment, like, and share. And I will see you soon. Namaste.